It's been a fat fucking minute, but... Is this going in? Alright, I know it's been like 11 months since Steven existed, but Steven exists.
Hey! I've just kind of not been doing anything with my life.
I've been focusing on my...
I got fully vaccinated, that's one plus.
I haven't. Just turned you into an alligator.
I'd go on a rant on how stupid anti-vaxxers are, but honestly, if one of them is our subscribers, well, we just lost him.
Well, of you to assume we have subscribers.
Yeah, I don't believe we actually have any.
31. Also,
bots!
Also, we've been getting comments.
I refuse to believe that that's true.
Oh, you bet? Oh, hold up. I'll fucking pull up a recent comment we got.
My eyesight is bad, so I'll just leave it here.
Yes. Anyway,
which one should we use?
Stereo speakers is like if you have speakers put into your TV. We're not wearing headphones. 7.1.
7.1?
You can press square to test it. That works. Subtitles is on.
Why would I ever turn them off?
Alright, here, lift to the top one.
Well, am I not shocked, but also, whoever you are, George the Angry Birds fangirl, nice.
Yes. Yes, that's one of my friends I met on Discord. They live in Mexico.
Well, you just got a shout out.
Yes. That's a George moment. It's a joke. Alright, so as you can see from the controller, this is the PlayStation 5 version, and yes, I have a PlayStation 5. That cost me $780 from GameStop, so...
Well, let's be honest here, it was probably a waste of our money, but...
Yeah. So well, my dad paid for it, so... But the PS5 version of this game came out on June 11th with no prior build-up, except for the fact that it was happening, but... Yeah, they also made physical PS5 specific versions of this game, and they retail for about $40.
I'm tempted to just say fuck it,
Don't.
But I don't want to destroy the TV.
just go on normal. Or you knew the melee, or...
I'll just go with the regular. I'll change it if I feel like it's too easy later.
I have DM George saying Steven called you out by name. So we got the PS5 specific 2-second loading time. This is more than 2 seconds. Faster loading time.
I should have brought my watch. That would have made the little gag of me looking at my wrist while no one's able to see me be slightly funnier.
Yes. Anyway, it's been a hot minute, and a lot of gaming news happened between July 2020 and...
Nintendo was the only good thing at E3.
What are you talking about? Limited run games unveiled plumbers don't wear ties for modern systems. How could you not be hyped for that? One of the worst games ever made.
Because I've already watched the VGN on it.
Oh. Well, it's getting a re-release. I just think that's funny. Alright. And also, speaking of Star Wars and video games, Lucasfilm finally decided to terminate EA's exclusive contract to the license, and they're allowing other game companies to make Star Wars games.
Watch it all go to Square Enix because because Disney decides that they're the only ones willing to do Disney games.
Marvel.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh, yeah. But the first confirmed one is Ubisoft is making an open world game. And
that sounds like
it's going to be developed by Massive Entertainment, the developers of The Division. So, I am not sure how to feel about that.
Yeah, I'm not too hopeful on this.
Yeah, I mean, for one, an open world Star Wars game sounds sick, but on the other hand, it's Ubisoft.
And on the even bigger Ubisoft hand, it's an open world Ubisoft game.
Yeah. That's his jump.
You know,
So,
Ubisoft, the company known for their buggy games.
haha. Throwback to Assassin's Creed Unity.
Or just about any Assassin's Creed that had before Origins, really.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. The only one after that was Syndicate. And, so... But EA's still gonna make Star Wars games. They're just not gonna be the only ones that can make them anymore. Thankfully, that was one of the worst deals in history. We only got 4 AAA games out of that time frame. They've had it since 13.
So is it as bad as the toy deal that Star Wars had made at the beginning of their lifespan?
I mean, they've had the deal since 2013. They've canceled 2 games, one of which because it was single player. And the mentality was single player games are dying. Haha, sure. And
first of all, they're the only ones that actually get to live after the fucking online does.
True. And it was retooled into like an open world like Destiny clone, and then that got canceled because nobody likes Destiny.
So did he win this one? Yeah, he did.
Yes, you did see some beautiful ray tracing
Hey,
in
you okay?
my TV even fucking worse.
It probably won't.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here, the video quality alone will destroy whatever ray tracing this had.
This is filming in 720p, 30 FPS. Because I think if my computer goes higher, it'll catch on fire. Okay, so we're back in business. Back to
Do we really call this business?
It's a bit. Back in our hobby business cult meetings, we ramble about stuff.
My excuse to usually eat food out at Logan's house rather than my own.
my excuse to not be alone.
I'm tempted to just fucking jump. Let me jump!
Slide and Mario 64 style. Alright.
Trash, just not approved trash.
Alright.
I wanted to kick him off, I'm gonna be honest here. Like, I wanted to like jump and just kick him.
There's a rope there. I don't really trust you with platforming after Crash Bandicoot.
You shouldn't.
Do you remember? So.
I barely trust myself after Kingdom Hearts.
So,
I've been replaying that game.
Nice. In case anyone's out of the loop, Jonathan is in Arizona, so doing stuff with him is going to be a bit difficult for the time being. And, so I could do something online with him, but...
Let's be honest here, the online with this computer, probably not the best idea.
I've done it before. What else happened? E3 came in by. Online only. Ubisoft was a stinker. Except
They only had Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah, that was the only good part. And then they ended up with fucking Avatar.
Capcom shouldn't have even shown up. Let's be honest here. They had nothing that they didn't already announce.
I didn't even watch Capcom's, so I didn't miss out.
But no, I'm not lying here. By the way, they had like
I heard
3 games. Most of it was just DLC talk.
Bruh, I mean... And then there was Square Enix, which spent like 2 hours on Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, which the game looks fine, especially since they decided to not make the same mistake they had with Avengers, since it's a single-player game.
Yeah, dear God, I really hope they don't fuck it up this time, because, God, they ruined Avengers so bad. I'm hoping they redeem themselves.
Yeah.
And then it was announced to come to Switch in the Direct, and then...
That one's almost certainly going to be a Steam game.
And then it said in fine print, well, it didn't say in the Direct, but it was clarified after it was a cloud version.
Yeah,
like Hitman.
It actually was. It says that it said on the thing that you needed high-speed internet.
True.
So that was basically confirming right then and there that, yeah, you're going to need internet to do this, so it's a cloud version. Which basically means it's worthless if you're anywhere but your home.
Yes. What else happened?
They also spent a ton of time on Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Now we need to come out
The new one.
And, Chaos!
Chaos. My ears are bleeding now. Thank you.
Or some people I watched called it Final Fantasy USA.
Final Fantasy Origin, the new one.
You know, the game in which they decided to make the same mistakes as Capcom did. And by that I mean pander to the West, rather than focusing on making actual good games.
Hey, Cal.
Seriously, Capcom did this for how many years before they realized that was a fucking mistake? And now Square Enix is deciding, hey, let's do that!
Bruh. Alright. So,
Microsoft's had some good stuff, though.
Microsoft was tolerable.
Yeah, like, it was mostly just Game Pass stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they revealed that, like, Pirates DLC, like, you know, the...
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, the Sea of Thieves, Pirates of the Caribbean stuff.
I've had that installed and I haven't even touched it.
Kevin actually plays it, that's why I was like, that was decent, I guess.
True. I started playing, like, an hour of the new Yakuza on Game Pass.
Ooh.
And it is buggy.
Well, fuck.
I don't know, I'm playing on I have a base Xbox One, so maybe that says something.
That's probably a mistake.
Yeah. If I were to get it for my, like, own it, I'll just get the PS5 version.
Yakuza's a fun game series.
Yeah, I like how it's just pretty much pokes fun at JRPGs, because the new one's a JRPG, turn-based combat and everything. And,
like, the original series is basically a bunch of, beat-em-ups, but 3D.
Yep.
Which which is a lot better than it sounds.
Yeah.
Especially because their execution is always amazing.
Yeah.
Especially because the fact that they go over the top on just about everything. That's like half the fun.
I mean, like, I was sent on to do a quest, like, just go to this guy, see what's your problem. You need a fucking plunger. Because the toilet clogged. I'm like, what?
The side stories are half the game. And I don't mean that in the way that they are literally like half the game. I mean that in the fact that,
Yeah.
like, if you don't play the side stories, you're kind of playing the game wrong.
Yeah. And, they also revealed Super Monkey Ball is coming back.
Oh yeah, that's a Nintendo.
Yeah, it's owned by Sega, and that game's gonna be multi-platform. So on PlayStation.
No, yeah, but like,
That was at Nintendo.
yeah, we were talking about the Microsoft stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Microsoft stuff.
I guess we might as well move on. I mean, the only other thing they had was Psychonauts 2.
I was gonna say the fridge. Also, Starfield exists.
Let's be honest here. Does it really, though?
Xbox Series X exclusive, already dated for late 2022 in November.
Your turn.
But who owns an Xbox Series X?
Diehard Microsoft fans.
Exactly. People who can't afford a PC.
You know, you say that as a joke, but that's true.
Anyway, moving on to Nintendo, they revealed...
The good one.
After Monkey Ball, they showed...
No, well, let's start off with the first thing that they announced.
Kazuya in Smash.
To anyone who says that who the hell wanted this, I can tell you who wanted it.
Nintendo.
It was specifically Sakurai. He wanted it. The fighting game people are essentially just for himself only, especially because he's a huge fighting game fan, and it's basically in his contract so that he can, actually do this game.
I mean, it's been clarified Nintendo chose the DLC. So, like, remember after Min Min was revealed, everyone was like, okay, they're probably gonna play it safe for the rest of the past. And then, bam, Steve from Minecraft showed up and literally took Twitter offline for 15 minutes. That was fucking hilarious. And then there was like, okay, there's no way it didn't get crazier than this. Then, bam, Sephiroth shows up and nearly kills Mario. And finally gives Final Fantasy some more music.
Seriously, Square, what the fuck was that original lineup?
2 songs. Apparently it was because the copyright is all messed up.
I know it's because of unions and shit.
Yeah, but they actually got remixes this time.
Yeah.
And they even snuck in some Advent Children's tracks, which is the first time movie songs are in Smash.
I was gonna say they actually acknowledged Advent Children in a while.
Yeah. They didn't even acknowledge remake with the Sephiroth, except for like 2 Spirit artworks. This is a reference to the fact that nobody liked remake.
What?
That was a joke. remake is very divisive. So,
I liked it.
I've seen
To anyone who doesn't like Final Fantasy VII Remake, guess what? That's probably because it wasn't actually a remake.
it's a reimagining.
No, it's essentially a sequel.
Oh,
Like, if you didn't know, first of all, the fact that they were referencing a ton of the rest of the,
game.
like the rest of the Final Fantasy series, but I mean like the Final Fantasy VII stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I forgot what it was called. But essentially, there's a ton of games that all relate to the world of Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Like Dirge Cerberus, Crisis Core, any of the stuff with,
Don't forget the upcoming
the Turks.
Don't forget the upcoming Battle Royale game.
I think you're thinking maybe Dissidia. But like,
No, they're making a Battle Royale game called The First Soldier for mobile phones.
anyways, that's probably going to be canon in some way, shape, or form.
Use this. Whoa.
Because, if you don't know, there's a lot of things that happen in the world of Final Fantasy VII that is canon, that's never acknowledged in the games. But I mean the original game, because most of the stuff came out after that.
I was reading reviews on like the PS4 version on Amazon. There were like a bunch of 1-star reviews from people who didn't even purchase it, say, this isn't even the full game. It's only like 10% of it.
First of all,
They said that in advance.
yeah, like, they already mentioned that they were going to be adapting the story in pieces.
Yeah.
And second of all, let's be honest here. After the remake, that's how most people imagine friggin' Midgar. Because Midgar in the original was what?
A third.
Like,
This one.
10 screens?
10 screens. I mean,
Am I wrong? I felt like the dungeons, it was basically that. And even then, there was basically jack shit to do outside of like the Don Corneo stuff.
I mean, the PS4 version was split across 2 discs. One to just install and one to actually fucking play it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about physically. But the PS5 version's on a single disc with a download code for new story content because they don't want.
They're basically expanding the ever-loving crap out of the actual people of the world.
Yeah.
But let's be honest here, this is essentially a sequel since, quite literally, Sephiroth from After Advent Children has decided to fuck with the timeline.
I mean, I see a constant joke ever since Sephiroth got rid of for Smash. Basically, like, wherever Cloud goes, Sephiroth will always show up in some form.
I mean, that's definitely true in Kingdom Hearts, because they go out of their way to try and make it so that Sephiroth's supposedly the literal darkness inside of him.
Yeah.
Which brings up the questions, because it's kind of obvious that they're hinting at Sephiroth being responsible for whatever the hell happened to Zack to make him disappear.
I mean,
But, like, is that saying Cloud as a kid killed him? Because, like, we actually do know a bit about the backstory of those versions of the characters. And, like, how they got where they were.
yeah.
But, like, as it is, it's basically true just on the basis that Sephiroth has hated Cloud ever since Cloud killed him the first time around. And I don't mean at the end of the game, I mean back during the whole Nibelheim incident in which
yeah.
he quite literally, like, shoved a sword into him and threw him off the
They referenced that in the Smash trailer, but they used Mario instead of Cloud.
It was like,
But because they had to keep it family friendly, they just had him hanging by his overalls.
yeah, like,
And then his victory screens are just a reference to the Nibelheim.
yeah.
He just burns down a village. If you win, he just commits arson.
To people who haven't really played the game, I feel sorry because we basically just spoiled several things.
Who cares? My capture card's sitting on top of my external storage device. I don't want it to catch on fire.
That's, yeah.
Wait. Also, I just thought of something funny. Like, the entire reason the original Final Fantasy VII was on the PlayStation was because the cartridges couldn't hold that much space, and then
Yeah, let's be honest here, if the game was on the N64, it would have taken, like, what, 16 cartridges?
And, pretty recently, like, I think last year, Final Fantasy VII got a physical release for Switch, bundled with Final Fantasy VIII, and Final Fantasy VII was on the cartridge. So I just find it ironic.
That's because cartridge technology has increased significantly since then.
True.
And let's be honest here, the cartridges are kind of better.
Yeah. They taste bad, but
they're significantly much more easier to protect and sturdier and not willing to break down at a single fucking scratch.
Yeah, don't lose them. They're easy to lose because they're small. Oh yeah, this part. I like how we've just been rambling about current gaming events and just not giving a shit about the game we're playing because this is just that kind of game.
I've been reading. I still don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, true.
But I've been reading.
Oh, turn around. I remember now. Turn around.
I'm just gonna keep on pressing this.
Turn around!
Fine!
Yeah. Now you're in the fucking this.
So, I was gonna say, we can actually move on from Kazuya, because we didn't really talk much about him.
Yeah, Life is Strange on the Switch. Okay.
Whatever. I never really played those games.
I played the first one. It was okay.
Oh, fuck!
I played the prequel. It was awful. And,
how do you feel about the possibility of that sequel?
The new one?
Yeah, the one...
It looks okay.
Honestly, I probably would have enjoyed it more if it was like the way... the game was like the way they showed it in the trailers with the 2D animation. That would have been significantly cooler.
True. And then,
after that...
Nobody cared.
That was the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. And then Super Monkey Ball, I think.
Yeah. And then Mario Party. Please don't fuck up Mario Party again.
I'm optimistic about this upcoming Mario Party. Because,
For one, you don't have to play with a single Joy-Con this time.
Yeah, you can actually play with button controls.
Yeah.
Two, the minigames that they're having in the collection are seemingly have some of the good ones.
Yeah, they're just taking all the ones from...
They have 5 boards, which...
Yeah.
Better than no boards like the 100.
That game was sad.
And it has online play from the start, which is better than Super Mario Party.
True, Super Mario Party got online play like just a couple months ago, and that came out in 2018. I literally played with you and Kevin on day 1. That was like the most fun I ever had with it. That saddens me.
Yeah, like with this one, at the very least, there's actual online play.
Yeah.
And if you're playing with your friends, you can actually save.
Yeah.
Which is better than most games.
Yeah. Can't wait to stream my friends over the internet.
After that...
Yeah, what did they show? Oh, I don't. Let me fucking pull up to Reddit so I can get all the timestamps.
Just, like, keep skipping things until you find something new to talk about.
Oh, I think they showed, the new Metroid. That's a thing, apparently.
Oh yeah, most people don't understand how that works. Most people claim that they're Metroid fans.
No.
Let's be honest here. If you didn't realize what they meant by Metroid 5, you probably are only a Metroid Prime fan.
Metroid Fusion is 4.
Yeah.
Super Metroid,
which was 3.
Yeah. The one that got a remake on the 3DS.
Yeah, that was Metroid 2. And then the original.
Yeah.
Or, Zero Mission or any of the other remakes on that.
Yeah, Metroid Dread was also, like, conceived for the DS way back when.
Yeah. There's videos explaining this. We will not go that far into it. But all I can say is I am happy that there's a new Metroid game that's a 2D one for the first time in literally 19 years. Because I'm going to be honest here. I have never gotten into the Prime series. For one major reason.
Shooter.
Yeah. I'm not too much of a fan of shooters. Also, the fact that they all take place in between the first and second game. Which basically means, in the long run, they mean nothing!
True.
I found the Jedi!
What else did they show? Okay, they showed, Just Dance 2022, as always. Cruisin' Blast.
The first one to not be on the Wii, sadly!
No, last year's wasn't on the Wii.
Last year didn't have one.
But, yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah, 2021, it was not on the Wii, but it was on the PS5.
Okay. Anyways, Cruisin' Blast. Another game in the Cruisin' series. If you don't know the Cruisin' series, have you ever heard of a game called Cruisin' USA? Yeah, that's this series. Also, it looks fun as all hell.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
I have it on Steam.
Mario Golf Super Rush.
I'm actually kind of optimistic about that one.
Yeah, it looks fun. Please be good. What was next? Monster Hunter Stories 2. I've never played a Monster Hunter.
I actually have. Anyways, this is actually slightly different from most Monster Hunter games because the basis is essentially it's like a single player version.
Yeah.
Like it's basically there for the people who don't like playing online. Because Monster Hunter is a game in which you kind of have to play with friends or strangers just to get anywhere, because otherwise you're gonna have a real bad time.
You can cut through those things.
Huh.
Those ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, WarioWare, a new one.
I'm happy.
Yes.
Friggin' finally.
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I am really excited about that game.
That looks good, and I hope it's good.
Hopefully Shin Megami... By the way, to people who think that, like... Because I swear, there is someone who will say this. Most likely IGN, really. Whereas, like, they will insult it for saying that it looks just like Persona, but using Pokemon mechanics. First of all...
They're both Atlas, and one of them came before the other. Guess which is which.
Yeah, Shin Megami Tensei is actually the parent series of Persona. It is literally the originator.
Yeah.
And also, Shin Megami Tensei is older than Pokemon. It's literally the originator of that type of game, too. It is ridiculous, like, just how unpopular it is for a game that is so influential.
Yeah.
Also, I am hopeful that if this game does well, they will hopefully one day pick up Devil Survivor again, because I love that series. Because Shin Megami Tensei, outside of the mainline ones, are essentially just a collective of a bunch of games that work similarly, and are all essentially spin-off series. That's why you have things like Devil Summoner, or Devil Survivor, or Shin Megami Tensei Persona.
Well, Persona's been kind of... They've been kind of pushing Persona as a separate thing from...
Yeah, but they only started doing that at Persona 5. Golden, technically, but...
Golden was like, not marketed with Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, but the original 4 was.
Yeah. Also, when's Persona 5 coming to the Switch? Now it's gonna come on... You just died. It's gonna come on Xbox before Switch at this point. Because that Atlas would do that.
Honestly, I'd see them doing that.
Climb on the wall.
But, like, thing is...
It could happen. The Xbox Series X has actually been selling well in Japan. Surprising.
Which is, like, the first Xbox console to do so?
Yeah.
The thing about Persona 5 is that while I like it, it's not my favorite.
That's fair. But, like... I don't have anything else to say. I mean...
Well, by that I mean, I don't know, I kinda grew to love the Persona series before, so I'm used to that, to, like, the more lighthearted one. But at the same time...
I just clicked on...
After, like, the years upon years of waiting for Persona 5, I kind of grew into the Shin Megami Tensei series, which means I've started to get used to the harder games. So, for me, Persona felt really easy. Like, Persona 5, it felt ridiculously easy.
Well, then just get that. I don't have anything to say. Okay.
That's why I'm going to be getting 5.
I played through the entirety of Royal recently, and apart from like the first palace, like everything after that, it did feel easy, but I think that might be because I knew what I was doing this time.
Yeah, that's also probably because you also went ahead and replayed, well, finally finished playing 4, I think.
Yeah, I just fucking...
And 4, even though some people consider it easy, is actively harder than 5.
It is not easy.
Yeah, like, a lot of people do believe it's easy for SMT standards. And it kind of is.
No.
Like, it's ridiculously easy to cheese the game.
Oh my god, did these guys stop coming? Oh my god!
I think I was supposed to block them instead of just massacring them.
Oh my god! Whoa.
But like, I was gonna say,
What else is happening?
Persona 3 was actively harder than Persona 4. That's why.
I'm sorry if I insult anyone, but I cannot get into Persona 3. It is
Too depressing? Yeah, that's the.
and plus, everyone I know has been actively telling me to avoid it at all costs.
Why would they tell you that?
Because it's bad.
It's not.
That's their reasoning.
Then it's obvious that they're people who don't really enjoy those games.
Oh, you can find that once you slow it down, but look out. Anyway, enough of the Atlas shit. You're gonna die.
Probably.
After that, the one that caught me off guard, Danganronpa Decadence. I hope I pronounced
Decadence.
Decadence.
How do you not know how to pronounce the word decadence?
I don't. Well,
It's literally a word meaning to like essentially be ridiculously gluttonous.
yes.
I am actually excited for that game.
I mean, we're finally getting the 10th anniversary thing that's not a fucking t-shirt. So, and, also on the right. What? I mean, three main games are coming to the Switch, along with a new game, which is basically like...
Essentially just a board game, but expanded into its own game.
Yeah, Summer Camp plus...
Which I'm excited for on the basis that I'd rather that like after going through the entire series, I'd rather not do anything related to actual killing games.
Yeah. Just they've suffered enough. Let them.
Can we just all agree that they don't need to suffer anymore?
They've suffered enough. Let them have fun at the beach. Everyone's gonna have a swimsuit. Everyone's gonna be horny over that. Again. Whoa. And it's also gonna be a Switch exclusive, so...
It's a physical exclusive to the Switch.
They're selling them all separately on the eShop. You just died. They're selling them all separately
Did
on the
better
eShop.
than expected, I'm gonna be honest here.
They're selling them all separately on the eShop, though.
Yeah,
So, like, if you want to buy them separately, you can, but if you plop them the cartridge in the Switch, you get 4 icons.
which is better than... Well,
3 All-Stars.
yeah.
Okay.
I actually own that game digitally.
I own it physically. I actually own 2 copies physically because they accidentally shipped me 2.
Nice.
So one of them's European. So I might just sell it and make a quick buck.
Sell it to Scott the Waz.
I'll sell it on eBay for my dumb price was $180. But we'll see. What else? Yeah. I've seen some people concerned that Danganronpa S is just going to be another killing game.
Do you guys not understand how the post-game stuff works?
But people have worries. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Look, the Danganronpa S game will almost certainly... Well, there's a reason why they advertise that.
Yeah.
And it will almost certainly be exactly what you think it is.
Yes.
Which means that it's essentially just a board game with RPG elements and... quite literally, the most exciting thing is possibly losing to Monokuma enemies. Outside of that, the vast majority of it will literally be like based on actually trying to interact with characters.
Yeah, I'm excited to see all the interactions with everyone.
I hope they have new ones because some of the ones that they had for certain characters just kind of weren't much.
I mean, it's confirmed that there's going to be over 1,000 new interactions.
Oh, thank God! Because like
between everyone, including new sprites, CGs, things. New sprites and drawings, like the CG drawings. And
like, essentially, if you weren't an actual character with a personality, you'd get Jack.
We're getting the Ultra Disparables cast this time.
I think as it is, like the vast majority of the interactions went to like the protagonists.
Yeah.
Because because them along with certain survivors have the most amount of actual like personalities and
everyone has a swimsuit now, which means people are going to go horny. Again?
They were already going to be horny, let's be honest here.
What, again?
Hell, your sister's probably going to be ridiculously horny about it all.
Yeah, she's already said that. I am very scared to see the swimsuit of Miuruma, the inventor that's horny.
I'm not.
This word.
I'm kind of a giant perv.
And and according to the ESRB rating on okay, and according to the ESRB rating on Nintendo's website, it will have microtransactions, which I'm hoping is not like paid to unlock characters. I'm hoping it's just eShop links for the other games. Because dear God, if it has microtransactions, I'm gonna cry and sit in a corner. And anyway, that's enough of Danganronpa. We talked about that now. But Fatal Frame, that Wii U game, is coming to Switch.
It's essentially all owned by Nintendo, which makes it interesting that they decided to actually put it on other consoles other than Nintendo.
Yeah, both PlayStations,
because
both Xboxes and PC.
The Fatal Frame crew over at Koei Tecmo has outright stated any games related to Fatal Frame are purely on Nintendo's whim. They own that much of the series.
Yeah.
So essentially, that means Nintendo's finally decided that they're willing to give consoles some of their games.
We're still not going to get Mario or Zelda on.
But you're going to get some of the games that they don't care much about.
Wonderful 101.
That's what they did.
Yep. But hey, finally, a game that's not left it down the Wii U. Another one.
Let's be honest here, the vast majority of people will still be buying it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because the vast majority of Fatal Frame players are, Nintendo fans.
Yes. But I saw some people in the PlayStation channels version saying like, oh, finally, it's back on the PlayStation console. It's been so long since the PS2.
I'll say this, though. I kind of agree with a certain YouTuber I watch. When they mention the extra skins, I hope they don't get rid of the ones that they had on Nintendo. Because, like, how that one worked in the Japanese version, the skins you got at the end of the game were essentially like a bikini and like a lingerie one. But for Nintendo,
that was removed on like Nintendo's.
Yeah, like Nintendo one here in America, they changed it to a Zero Suit Samus and a Twilight Princess Zelda one.
You just died again.
I don't know how that happened.
You have to hold L2 to climb.
I was holding it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be honest here, from what the gameplay I saw, yeah, no, the Zero Suit Samus outfit looked way hotter than any of the stuff that they had in the Japanese one, really.
That's probably gonna be like okay. That's probably gonna be like only on the Switch version. I doubt it'll be.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, I hope they don't get rid of it on the Switch version.
Yeah. After that, they showed a sizzle reel showing Doom Eternal DLC. That game.
Who cares?
That game is on Switch now. Like 9 months after.
I say who cares on the basis that like. Let's be honest here. If you're gonna be playing Doom Eternal, unless you're like that determined to play it on, like on the go, you're probably gonna be playing it on literally any other thing. Yeah, I'm being terrible at this.
Steven platforming. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Finally, a good licensed game from Activision.
Yeah. Sadly, me and Kevin already have it on PS5.
I want it on the. I'll get it on Switch or PS5. Not entirely sure which one.
You get it on Switch. You can actually play it on. You could play it at other places.
True. But like, I don't bring my Switch to other places because of drift. Although I do have a light. What else happened? Strange Brigade. What the fuck is Strange Brigade?
That's a.
You just died.
Yeah, I know. I only had like 1 out.
Tony Hawk. I said that already. Mario plus Rabbids again. Why not?
I actually kind of know a bit about Strange Brigade, but not much. All I know is that like it's from a developer, and that's from years ago. Not like too many years ago, but a while back.
Advance Wars 1 and 2 are getting a remake.
I'm actually excited for that because I've always wanted to get into that series.
And they're coming from WayForward, the developers of Shantae.
I agree with a certain YouTuber that mentioned they almost certainly got the job after the amount of backlash they got for having a direct about a new WayForward game, only for it to turn out to be a Bakugan game.
Yes. And that was published by Warner Brothers, so they're pretty sure they just paid Nintendo.
They probably did.
Yeah, just like, Nintendo fans were like desperate. Where's the Direct? Give us Mario 3D All-Stars. Okay, we got Mario 3D All-Stars. Are you happy now? No! Where's Mario Galaxy 2? Where's this? Dog.
Yeah, but Nintendo fans,
And then,
including me, are kind of like the most spoiled children out there.
and then they pulled the limited release, which I thought was stupid.
Everyone thought that was stupid. You're not special enough.
I know. I mean, like, I have 2 copies, so I can just... I said it. And then they ended it with some Zelda shit. Like, Skyward Sword HD does not look like it's worth $60.
Probably not.
I'm sorry, but they put the same amount of effort into Galaxy on Switch, and that came in the bundle. Skyward Sword is standalone, $60, and they're locking a quality of life feature behind an amiibo.
I don't care.
I don't know. I'm not really into Zelda, so what do I say? It just looks.
They had that nice
Game & Watch thing,
which is basically just the one they had in Mario.
yeah. And Breath of the Wild 2 is
Looks awesome.
a thing.
Ignore him because he doesn't like Breath of the Wild.
I just couldn't get into it. Okay.
But in my opinion, that looks amazing.
Yeah, my sister's really excited for it, though. So
As she rightfully should be. You weird man who doesn't like pizza.
oh, speaking of pizza, I have a story. So I was hanging out with like a friend's birthday. We went to the movies to watch Doctor Strange, and we went to Pizza My Heart afterwards to get food, and then I told them I want a pizza slice that's a 6 big, and then they gave me an entire pizza.
Yeah, I hope you realize that that's on you, right?
And so I ate like half of it. Yeah. Anyway, I think Star Wars Squadrons is currently free on PS Plus right now.
I don't.
Whoa, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Whoa. What else happened? Oh, you're still alive. Man, I love quick time events. Nope.
I don't know did I survive that long.
I remember EA was saying like, single player games are dying, and then they put out this, and that
And this is like the most beloved thing they've done in forever.
That instantly proves them wrong. I mean,
Then they decide to not do DLC.
I mean, they didn't want to, but I heard they're making a sequel to this.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. What else has been happening with the EA? Battlefront 2015 was like, I mean, it was fine, but dear God, it was so lacking in base game content. And they locked all the new content on its $50 season pass. I was like, I don't understand that. Battlefront 2 looked like it was in the right direction, and then the whole microtransactions thing happened. And then, I mean, they did work on it over time, and then this came out. And everybody was like, okay, I forgive you. And then Squadrons came out, and the general consensus I've heard is that that game is okay. But I mean, it allows you to play in VR with flight sticks, so there's that.
I don't know, Kevin likes it, I guess. I don't really care, I'm gonna be honest here.
Squadrons was 2020. I bought it on Black Friday for like less than half the price, and then it's now free.
Kevin got it for free, I think.
Yeah, it's currently the free game on PS Plus for this month. And it looks fine. Nothing to get too excited about. I am. But yeah, even though E3 is all done and over, EA is still holding their separate event on July 22nd.
Which I don't care about, because I'm gonna be honest here, I don't care about EA as a company. Even though it's literally stationed in this city.
Dude, you just doxed us.
Shit, I just realized I did.
I don't have to tell you.
Who cares? We can delete this video.
Nah.
Or just censor it.
Nah, it's going in.
Right.
I mean, we're not actually currently in the city of EA, so.
And it's what's kept you alive.
I can say that I don't live here.
Yeah.
Than just surviving.
Like what?
Although anyone probably could have found me through my Twitter, you realize that, right?
Yeah, but I don't link it in the description.
You too.
Um,
Anybody else?
oh, here's some other things. My Steam account got stolen for a second there. Yeah, thanks to Kevin falling into a scam and tricking me into going into it. He also technically had his, but he had two-factor authentication, so he didn't really get his stolen. You wonder how we found out, though?
How?
Okay, so me and Kevin live in the same room, right? Like,
Yeah,
brothers.
I know that.
Anyways, he was on a call with a friend of ours, named Eric, and Eric is one of the few people I have on my Steam friend page. So what had happened was, they tried pulling the scam on Eric, but the thing is, Eric was on call with Kevin, so he mentioned, "Hey, Steven's messaging me about something." And I was in the same room, so I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not messaging anyone on anything." So what happens is I check my friends page, and I realized I had blocked Eric.
Oh.
And there's a reason why the scammers do that. And because when you're messaging someone, you will get notifications when when they message you back, right?
Yeah.
So, but you can still message them even after you block them. So you blocked Eric because it's a bot, you know.
Yeah.
To make it so that I wouldn't have noticed that I'd been messaging Eric.
Yeah.
And after that, I went full on paranoia mode and had to fucking change everything.
Understandable.
I luckily got my account back quickly because fucking yeah. But I will never trust Kevin ever again. Is the moral of the story. Because he essentially sold me out. Anyways, the other moral of the story is everyone get two-factor authentication with your shit. And with everything. Everything's always going to be stolen.
That is true. Also, I got an AC if you didn't notice.
Oh yeah, Kevin did too. Actually, I think that's almost identical to the one we have.
Yes, this cost $500. No, it didn't. It cost more, I think.
Ours cost like $438.
That's all.
Let's see.
Years ago.
Oh yeah, I picked up my love of the Mega Man Star Force series again.
Yes, through piracy.
Hey man, each of the games costs like several hundreds outside of the one game I do have.
I mean,
I owned them, but I lost them, which is the issue.
If they're not gonna re-release them, this is what you get.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not even profiting off of them. If there's like on the
Also, you kind of need to with Mega Man Battle Network. Because Mega Man Battle Network has their own friggin' esports, essentially, circuit. They quite literally play like an esports, and it's amazing the fact that they do so. I love that.
I see that.
If you ever want to watch it, look up
Don't.
the N1 Grand Prix.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, no, it's a YouTube channel. That's what I meant. Which if you've ever played played Mega Man Battle Network 3 or watched the anime, you will know what that's a reference to.
I see.
As it is, though, the fact that that quite literally Capcom was willing to retweet their stuff means that they're not willing to acknowledge them on an official level, but they are willing to acknowledge it at an unofficial level.
True. Alright.
They had to do so much work to get that shit working, by the way. It's amazing.
I think this is a good place to move on to episode 2.
Yeah.
So,
my only message here is play both the Battle Network series and the Star Force series, or at the very least watch RPG Monger play that.
Alright, any closing statements?
Yeah. We probably shouldn't be closing on a fucking cutscene.
Good point. I'll wait.
See that structure over there? I believe that vault holds the key to rebuilding the Jedi Order. But it requires someone strong in the Force to pass its test.
Since you're not a Jedi anymore, that's why you need me.
I know you don't trust me. And I'm not really sure I trust you. But we have a common enemy. And common enemies. I'll share more of my plan after you reach the vault. But
You don't really have to say anything. You realize, aren't?
someone here
Yeah, I know.
May the Force be with you.
One of these days we need to get around to
Finishing a game.
yeah.
If
Can I demand that all my previous playthroughs be deleted?
why?
Honestly, I just hate my previous stuff.
Guess I'm looking
No.
for a Jedi then. But if there's already one here, why does...
Okay.